Welcome into the ATB show. It is atbshow.com. You can go there, all of our separate channels. We haven't got the Bumble channel open yet, but I think he opened Grindr last week, and we're still in talks with Tom to get our MySpace back.
Yeah, that's important.
I think the old show, we had a MySpace.
Oh, 100%. We had a MySpace.
That
100%.
was still a thing back then. We were in the Lowell Sun, goddammit.
Yep. Pull it up, baby. Get the microfiche going.
As ridiculous as it's going to sound, I will toot all of our horns.
Yes, please.
That was a full page.
We were in the Lowell Sun.
Yes.
Am I out of my mind? Were we front page above the fold?
I don't know.
In a section, I think. I don't think.
I don't think we were front page. I think we were section, but we had like a full page.
There was a full page.
They saved the front page they saved the front page of the Lowell Sun for all the misspelled stories. Yes. Yeah. Oh God.
But that was back when we were piecemealing the show
how
together.
Do you spell
it was like
SUHN. Yeah. The Lowell Sun. My father's favorite indoor sport was just circling all the misspellings. God bless them.
Oh,
they do good work somewhere. So welcome in. It is atbshow.com and ATB Show brought to you by our dear friends Joe and Leslie, who tolerate and at the same time feed rubbishers. That we do have video evidence. Well, at least we have microfiche. He sent us. This is the brashness of criminals these days. They said when a criminal always goes back to the crime, right? He was sending pictures of the steak tips that he was then dumping in to Steph's.
Are we?
Yeah.
Are we screen sharing that or no? Or we're just painting the picture?
I'm just telling people what happened.
Painting
That's
the
all.
picture
That's
with words.
all.
Okay.
We got Adam in beautiful downtown Connecticut, Rubber Shoes in the LA studios. Uncle Duke's coming hot off a Monday Night Bender.
Mr. National Championship.
Notice nobody actually had a verbal conversation with Uncle Duke's because I think he might have been incoherent. Yeah. What are we wearing today, Uncle Dukes? And congratulations, by the way. Tip of the chapeau to you.
Yeah. I guess I ran home from the office, so I had I just quickly grabbed one of my couple of Michigan jerseys. This is the Brady. We can't see
the 12. That's why we can't tell.
Brady, because that's a jump man.
He wore 10.
That's a jump man, though.
He wore 10.
It's a jump man.
Yeah.
So you don't have an original Brady?
No, this is the only one I have.
Come on.
This is the only Brady.
Nobody probably does.
I do have a different one, like a very generic Michigan. It's just a Michigan jersey, though.
Michigan.
It's much older. But
we're gonna be a lot of football, obviously. I texted Aiden and Janina. We have a house chat that goes on, and Aiden threw out about the coach out in Seattle, and I immediately thought to myself, stay tuned after 5 o'clock. Breaking news always happens during our show. So if Kraft is letting Belichick, 6:01. If Kraft is letting go of Belichick, it will happen. Yes, it will happen. It will happen at 6:01 when the show is over, of course. So I don't know where we want to start, but we have a lot of football to get to. Maybe it's an all football episode. We could maybe do that because there's enough to talk about.
Huge game for the Celtics tonight.
Celtics game.
Take it where you want to go. Take it where you want to go.
Start with football, but
I'm continuing my no fun Q1 with a non-alcoholic beverage.
Excellent.
Still not a sponsor, but wonderfully delicious. By the way, and you know what I did today at 2:00? I didn't. I was going to save it for the show, but I'm definitely not sure if I'll actually sleep. I did one of those pocket coffees.
Oh Jesus!
Oh yeah. So this afternoon, the kids didn't know it hit them this afternoon. All my agents that had meetings with me today, I'm like, "Are you writing this down?" I'm just like, yeah.
And now you're chasing it with a Celsius?
Yeah, I was like a drug addict in Nicaragua. I'm like, this feels so good. Give me more. Yeah.
Matt DeVoe just chimed in on the chat, said Saban just retired.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true, though. Let's take a look.
Yeah. I love that we trust Matty DeVoe so much. We're fact-checking him.
Fact check.
The listeners should be fact-checking us, of course. But
I
love it. We got Uncle Duke's checking out Matty DeVoe and his old wives' tales. No, yes, no, maybe?
No. Did not happen.
Oh, it's denied. What's his sources? I want to know what his sources are.
I can tell you this. Matty DeVoe works in the law enforcement, and he is hard on water and boiled eggs and lifting weights. He's probably at the gym making stuff up
49
right
seconds
now.
ago, Sports Illustrated, Alabama head coach Nick Saban to retire.
Oh, it has been confirmed.
Oh,
well, his defensive coordinator retired. His defensive coordinator retired for Nick Saban's defensive coordinator. But
for those of you who aren't sure, this is how breaking news materializes on the show.
The fact that we check Sports Illustrated. Good night, everybody. I love that we're checking SportsIllustrated.com.
Deep sources.
I got from
Chris
Bama
Lowe,
Central.
Looks like Chris Lowe from ESPN is also reporting that he's informed his team that he's retiring.
Oh, interessante. I have to do this just so everybody can see this.
Matt, you got 2 words for us,
Matty. We're putting you up in lights, buddy.
Yep, put it up there.
Yeah, hang on. Why is it not working? Now it's not working. Oh my god.
This is a real professional
I can ban
show.
Matthew. Hang on a second. Hang on. There it is.
My God.
There it is.
There it is. Hey, suck it.
How do I take it down?
Oh my God!
It's just over rubber shoes the whole show.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, you're moving it. You're moving it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it right there. Yep.
Hey, I wasn't the one questioning
Use the comment box. Where there's rubber shoes. Rubber shoes is the comment box. Oh my God.
Everyone else questioned him. I don't think he was telling me suck it.
Hang on.
Well, you were trying to factor. Oh, what is happening?
No, I'm bringing you all in. We're gonna rebuild the show. Calm down.
Oh my God.
Calm down.
This is live on the YouTubes.
It's everybody's fine. Everybody's fine.
Oh, I don't know where
Scotty
anybody is there.
here.
Guess one.
Well, yep. Where are you? Where is everybody? There's you.
Bring me
I'm
back.
go here. Yeah.
Guess two. Yes. All right.
And we're gonna put rubber shoes down here. Yeah, it's all in real time. Listen, we're learning together.
Perfect.
We're learning together.
You know where this will be really enjoyable is the people listening to the podcast. That'll be really interesting for them. They'll really enjoy what's going on.
Well, as long as we keep explaining what we're not doing on. Yeah. What? You know what? All of our video architecture being built in in an audible medium is brought to you by 97.7 Roomba. You spelled it wrong. It doesn't matter. It's on the radio. It doesn't matter. It's on the radio. See, we're all back. Everybody's back.
Rubber Shoes is back. All right.
And I'm gonna name everybody. And now we made a comment box. Yeah. I'm here for your entertainment.
This is why when Tim was in radio, he relied heavily on the engineers in the radio station.
You have no idea. I'm putting it up here while I fix this. Yeah, hang on.
All right, that's perfect.
Talk amongst yourselves. You guys want to talk about women's basketball or whatever? Get it out of your systems.
Oh man. Well, we can talk about the Celtics. I'm happy to talk about the Celtics. Do we want to lead with that? All right. Well, I think the Celtics got absolutely robbed of a win against the Pacers. What an awful ending to that game. And everybody will say, oh, they shouldn't have given up their big lead in the third quarter. And that's true. They had a terrible third quarter, but the last two plays of that game and the fact that the NBA came out and didn't say that was a foul on Jaylen Brown, that they confirmed it was not a foul, is absolutely insane. And they were right to say that it was not a foul on Porzingis. At the minimum, that game should have gone into overtime. But we digress. Scotty, I'd be interested to see what you think about it, because there was a lot of debate back and forth on the NBC Sports Boston show about whether the JB foul was an actual foul. I mean, he clearly got hit in the head.
Oh yeah, no, it was, and it was a horrible back-to-back nights for the NBA, right? So you had the awful officiating at the end of that game, and then you had the Lakers shooting 23 free throws in the fourth quarter alone against the Raptors, allowing them to come back and beat the Raptors by 2 points. Where the Raptors shot 2 free throws, I think, the entire game. And some just horrible, horrible calls. And the fact that the officials right now going to the replay and still getting things wrong, this league has got to clean this up before the playoffs, or it's going to be a shit show. I mean, it's always a shit show anyway, but it's so much worse right now. Clearly slapped him upside the head, before he got to the ball. He hit him in the head. and then he touched the ball, and then the Porzingis thing was completely clean. But for them to come out and say that they were correct on one call and not correct on the other, just honestly, just man up and just say that you were wrong on both. And you know what I mean? Like that's, I think fans and everyone would appreciate that a lot more. But yeah, just the officiating right now is just, it's absolute garbage. And it just does not seem to be getting any better at this point.
I don't even understand when they were talking about, so there's the Scal on the broadcast was talking about if he hits the ball first and then hits his head, it's not a foul. I've never heard that in my entire life. It's a foul whether he hits the ball or not, isn't it?
He was questioning because I heard him on the way home today. He still 100% thinks that was a foul. He's like, I've never heard that if you hit the ball first and then the head, that is anything to the head is a foul in his mind. That's what he thinks.
I don't know. It's tough if you come up and you have the ball and you're pushing that, like if the shooter's going up and you're pushing the ball back down from behind like that, and as you're pushing it down and you hit you get him as you're going back down.
Okay, true. Yeah.
I don't know if I would have called that a foul. However, that's not what happened, right?
Right.
Like he did hit the ball, but he hit him in the head first. You know what I mean? Which stopped the elevation from Brown because he gets hit in the head and then he gets the ball, and then Brown obviously tries to shoot it. And and the fact they overturned it, like that's what made it the worst. They had the call correct. They called a foul and then they overturn it. Like makes no sense whatsoever.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was just really, really poor way to end the game for the Celtics. And tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Porzingis is out, but I know Holiday's playing. I think Tatum's playing. Brown's playing. Horford's playing against the Timberwolves, the best team in the West right now, too. So tonight's going to be a lot of fun. Anthony Edwards is an absolute beast. Absolute beast.
Thanks to the dumbass schedule makers, they got a game tomorrow night in Milwaukee.
No anger whatsoever.
I really don't like that, though. I mean, I actually will back up Rubber Shoes on this because I really don't like when they do a back-to-back. I don't have a problem with back-to-backs. You're either at home or you're away for back-to-backs. Like, I don't have a problem with that. But why would they send them home for one game and then send them out to Milwaukee for a back-to-back? It makes absolutely no sense.
Milwaukee will not have played since Monday night.
Right, which could play in our favor, let's be honest, because they could be rusty.
Well, they got their ass kicked Monday night, so they're going to be pissed.
Well, let's hope we don't come off an ass kicking. I think the Timberwolves are floundering a little bit, honestly. Doesn't mean Anthony Edwards is not a beast. I agree with you. Towns has shown. I don't think he's developed into an all-star or anything, but I think he's definitely shown much more than he has shown in previous seasons for sure. And the Gobert Towns thing is actually kind of working for them, even though they haven't been, at the top of their game for the last couple of games. So it'll be a great matchup. I think the last time we let one slip away when we played them out in Minnesota. So I'm hoping that we come out firing on all cylinders tonight.
You don't think Towns is an all-star? You don't think he's an all-star?
I don't think so.
If he stays healthy, he's an all-star. In my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah. The biggest issue that he's had for the last few years is like he hasn't been healthy. I think I absolutely think he's an all-star. I think he's one of the better big men in the league because he can do everything. He's not as talented, especially as a passer as Jokic, but he can hit the jumper. He's got good low posts, and he's got moves. And I don't know. I think he's an all-star personally. But
I mean, admittedly, I haven't watched a ton of Towns, but what I've seen of him, I don't know. He just seems slow and seems like he's not. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like he is at the upper echelon. I wouldn't put him with Jokic. That's not what you said, is it? Did I catch that right?
No. I said he's not as good as Jokic.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say he's definitely not on that level. And Embiid is out of his mind. And I know they don't necessarily aren't in the same conference, but still, I don't think he's in that upper echelon of big men for sure.
Yeah, I'd say he's top. He's probably low tier top 10, but he's averaging 22 on 51% shooting, and he's got 9 rebounds a game, 3 assists. Like he's having a good year. He's having a really good year. So we'll see what happens tonight and what that plays out.
Edwards is a stud.
He's a beast, man.
Oh, Edwards is unbelievable. And the thing is about Edwards is he's so young. I mean, to me, him and Tyrese Halliburton are the two guys that that they're, it's going to be probably Tatum's league for a little while, but these guys are coming fast and furious for him. SGA, absolutely. Well, SGA is already there. So right, Tatum, SGA, and then I think Edwards and Halliburton are right behind him. I was actually, to be honest with you, even though I can't stand most of the Pacers team, I was so nervous for Halliburton the other night. It sounds like he won't be out for too long. But the kid's incredible, and he's putting up numbers that we haven't seen since the 90s, especially with no turnovers. It's really fun to watch. I just don't like watching him play us because we're not that great at stopping him. So, but nobody is really. So, yeah, I think the Celtics will win tonight. Personally, I think the streak will stay alive. I think we'll stay undefeated. You're not going to the game, Rubber Shoes, right?
No.
Was that a jinx question?
Be a little late to start heading in the Barcelona.
Jump on the train, get down there.
We're keeping him live on the trail cam.
Yeah. Trail cam.
Live on the trail cam.
I'll probably be asleep at halftime.
Oh. Better wake up, man. It's a big game.
What happens.
Scotty, what do you think about O'Shea Brissett? You think he's the piece that they're missing, or do you think that the Celtics still need to go out and find somebody that's going to come in and be that that final wing piece that Brad was talking about trying to find?
I like Brissett. I don't see him as a permanent solution. The problem is I don't know what they're going to give up. I know that they are looking to make some moves. It'll be interesting to see what they do in regards to trades and what they're going to, give away, essentially, or trade away. I mean, Brissett comes in he's got a lot of energy, which is good, and he hustles. So, that's what you only can ask for your bench players and stuff too. And I mean, I don't know if he's like the full-time answer, like I said, but the trade market right now is really weird. Like you have like top tier players like Zach LaVine that are being mentioned, going to like the Lakers or the Bucks or whatever, right? And then you have like other like smaller time players. Speaking of Brissett, or not Brissett, Obi Toppin type players, right?
Yeah.
That were just traded from the Knicks, or he left the Knicks. But so you have like all these like random tiered players. So it'll be interesting to see what the Celtics do and what they can do with where they are, and also what are they going to do with the chemistry that they have right now. I know that people keep saying that Stevens wants to be aggressive, but you have a good chemistry. You have the best record in the league. Do you really want to mess a lot of that up? Or, I mean, depth is great. Depth is what you want, but what do you have to give up to get it, I guess is really the big question there.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, because if they're healthy, right, he's probably 8 or 9 off the bench. So in the playoffs, barring any serious injury, and barring any serious foul trouble, he's probably not even going to see much playing time at all. I mean, maybe you get five minutes a game in the first round, and then you're probably going to sit the bench in the second and third round. So, it's assuming Hauser comes back from his injury. I don't know, is he playing tonight? I didn't notice if he's playing tonight, but he was off the other night, some shoulder injury or something.
It was shoulder impingement. That was a fake injury to give him a night off.
Oh, okay. All right. So that's fine. I assumed that was the case. But I mean, if Hauser is healthy, I mean, I actually think Hauser's been like above average on defense, actually, which I know that's sort of he's not going to stop, Halliburton when he gets switched on to him, or some of the faster guards. Certainly not SGA when we played him. I mean, we had to put Tatum on him. But I think Hauser is a good solution as your 6th or 7th guy coming off 7th or 8th guy coming off the bench, right? Because Horford probably be a 1st guy coming off the bench. So I would love to see them just stand pat at the trade deadline, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you got your starting 5: Pritchard, Hauser, Horford, And then if they need, like if someone gets in foul trouble, your bigs get in foul trouble, then Cornette will see a little bit. I don't think you're going to see many of. Although I don't know what's going on with Keita. He was playing decent minutes for a while, and then Friday night he came in the wrap up in the fourth quarter. I was like, what? I thought for sure they were resting him for the next game, and then they bring him in and he plays pretty much the whole fourth quarter. I'm like, I don't understand. They were using him for like quality minutes before that.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened with him. Missoula's rotation is interesting. I think he's still tweaking it. I mean, believe it or not, the fact that they're the best team in the league, but I feel like he's still tweaking it. Probably will for quite some time through the All-Star break, I would think, and then really kind of hone in on what the rotation is going to be. But I've liked Keita's minutes. I think Keita's minutes have been good.
Yeah, I thought he's been quality when he's played the last few weeks, and then it was just because I was at the game and I was talking to the owner Joey, and we're like, oh, I guess they're gonna rest Keita for tomorrow night because they were playing back to back. They were playing Indiana Saturday night. And I'm like, oh, I guess they're going to rest him for Saturday night. And then right after I said that, 2 minutes later, they put him in. I'm like, well, I guess I was wrong. Like, and that totally confused me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I predict the Celtics will win tonight. I don't know what will happen in Milwaukee, but I think they will win tonight.
I think standings wise, if there's tiebreakers, the game tomorrow night probably means more if it comes down to that. But I think the home winning streak means something to them. So I think they'll put all their eggs in the basket tonight, and then whatever happens tomorrow night happens tomorrow night.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm on board with that.
We have a guest. We have a guest that might be joining us. Yeah, I go. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna read from a cue card. I don't have anything to offer when it comes to tall people putting orange things in rims. Sounded like a bad memory from my days of women's
You didn't want to. You didn't want to talk about Dana Barros.
You brought him up. My work here is done, everybody. Hang on.
Wait, why is it Dana Barros? Isn't it? It used to be Doug Flutie. We haven't talked about Doug Flutie in like months.
Oh.
Well, Dana Barros is the Boston College basketball player that.
Oh, got it.
We always bring it up. Hang on. We've got to get.
Is it gonna be Bobby Dugan that
more
lost
behind
his
the
last
scenes
game?
footage?
We have a guest coming. Stand by.
Did Bobby Dugan blow his last game?
What's that?
Yeah,
I didn't even notice.
Beat him for the championship.
Let's go.
You guys are gonna love this.
He pulled the Patriots. What? 18-1.
All right.
Hey, there he is.
Morning.
I joked with Aiden. I said, stay tuned between 5 and 6. Breaking news always happens. Now, it's not Craftosaurus Rex getting rid of Belichick.
Not yet.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. I feel, it's big news now. Does seeing that Saban apparently is gone, according to Matt DeVoe, live from the gym. And Aiden just checked in with it. You're not breaking news. You're double breaking news. Matty DeVoe, brought to you by the Sign Shop, broke that news at the top of the show.
You're just confirming our sources. You're confirming our sources.
Yes. We have confirmed it with 3 other sources. Now we can go live. Now we're live. So does this change? And I don't think he'd go back because I don't think they want him back. Does this change what Bill O'Brien might do in the offseason? I don't think he's going back there for anything over there, right?
I wouldn't think so. I think they've had their tenure with him already personally, and also seeing how he's panned out in the NFL. And I know poor NFL coaches can translate very well in college. However, I think Bill O'Brien has tried in both, and he was good in college, and he had a little bit of time in the NFL, if I'm not wrong. But I don't believe that's going to translate over very well.
Who are they going? Who do they go after right now? I mean, is Vrabel a conversation?
Vrabel's already said he's not going to coach college kids.
Okay, because I wouldn't rule out Vrabel going to Ohio State if the job was open.
The worst coach ever to go down there.
What's happening?
I'll go down there and coach.
Why? What is your problem?
He doesn't like Alabama.
He's mad.
Wait a minute.
It was some scheduling thing.
Wait a minute. Wait, it's probably something about scheduling. Yes. Wait a minute. It's like my wife. Janina wants to be. We've talked about this before. Janina wants to be the guy that marches onto the field for the 2-minute timeouts. The guy in the red that rocks out the clock to let the referees know when the commercial break is over when you're at a live football game. That's Janina's dream job.
Okay.
Rubber Shoes. Can you promise me? Because we have to go through your spectrum of teams, both professional and collegiate.
Alabama has never
Alabama
been.
doesn't have like a blind, one-legged debate team that you love or something. There's nothing.
Negative. A guy in the 1980s that you might have liked.
Yeah, are you
jersey?
sure?
Yeah, I had respect for Bear Bryant. That's right.
Okay. Do you have a Bear Bryant Funko Pop?
I do not.
Oh, Bubba, go get my Funko Pop.
I don't think.
Janina made a Funko. We all have Funko Pops.
Jones,
Bubba got
but
one.
There's no, I like players that have played at my Alabama, just like I like a player that played at Michigan. I mean, Michigan is not down. Like I was rooting for Michigan against Alabama.
That's me with my phone.
Yeah. Getting ready
to yell at the agent. A lot of gray hair, a lot of confusion on the face. Yeah,
I like it.
That one's me.
Is that you? That's you at the golf club.
I have a golf club.
You look like Michael Myers with a hammer. Doesn't he? Looks like you're in a blue jumpsuit with a hammer.
I look like Christian Bale in American.
Yeah, what? You can't take them out though. They'll be devalued.
What's the aftermarket on those?
Yeah, leave them in the box. All right, where are we going? Where are we going? What chapter of football are we talking about now?
Rubber Shoes coach in Alabama.
What? What's
Rubber Shoes is going to go coach Alabama? I like it.
Oh my God. More so than that, Rubber Skates. First of all, Rubber Skates. Nice work over at Warrior Ice Arena. When is that cockamamie game? That no-check game?
The Boston Bruins alumni versus the Lowell Fire Department is this Sunday at 4:00 at the Songus Center in downtown Lowell.
Oh, can you stream that?
We can go rub elbows with the Llewellians.
Yeah, where can we watch it online, Rubber Shoes?
I don't know.
Make a donation, and then can we make a donation?
It's too late now.
Oh,
I sold raffle tickets.
Oh, I got one, right?
Timmy's bought stuff. Yeah.
Shoot. I missed it. I'm sorry.
The squares that I sold and the raffle tickets I sold. Yeah.
Is there checking in this game at least?
I hope not.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be awesome next week?
I don't know if he's going to be there or not.
Knocked out by Ray Bork.
We come up in the bottom right-hand corner, just has a candle in it. Because
Bork Chara are on the roster. Whether or not they'll be playing this Sunday, I'm not sure.
Oh, I want Chara to
a lot of old,
the shit
like O'Reilly
that would be amazing.
And Middleton's on the these guys are solid. I don't want to. So
you don't want to take on Chara? What is happening?
No. So one of the guys that played with us because we needed a couple extra players for Monday, so we picked up a guy from the Middlesex County Sheriff's Department, and they played against them about a month ago. He's like, yeah, they don't mess around. They're 100% serious. They don't care if it's a charity game. They beat them, I think, like 8-1.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they have a reputation.
He's like, they're amazing, even though they're like some of them are like 60, 70 years old. They still come out and they're still amazing.
Yeah, who's the oldest legend that will actually be on the ice? There's a lot of Bruins, they march out there, but they're barely moving. Yeah, like, who's the oldest?
I know, pretty sure Reggie Lemlin played.
I just talked about him today.
Yeah. But he plays out. He doesn't play goalie. He plays
Uncle Dukes. I'll tell you the story.
Defense.
I'm like Fitz Weatherby on WMUR. An old man plays hockey. I'll tell you the story. Honest, dude. Honest as shit. Yep. So I was trying to explain to somebody. this ridiculous thing that we used to say. And Bubba's, I was telling the story about what I used to say to Bubba, and then obviously, when we were younger, our whole neighborhood, the expression was, and the example I gave is if we went into somebody else's house and everybody was watching the Bruins, and if Lemlin, I just randomly throw out Reggie Lemlin, if Lemlin was playing like standing on his head, our expression was he was playing out of his tits. Like that was just our expression. And as Aiden was growing up, he'd be heading out onto the field for football lacrosse. I'd be like, "Love you, buddy. Leave it all on the field." And what do I always say to you, Bubs?
Play out of your tits.
No, I say hit him in the tits. No, I hit him in the tits.
You said play out of your tits.
Yes, but hit him in the tits.
Hit him in the tits is also in the playbook.
Yes, that's a big one. Hit him in the tits.
Oh, this is magical.
We took the long road to get there, but Reggie Lemlin and hit him in the tits.
Derailed a bit. You went to this. Yeah. You missed the exit, but you turned around and you caught it.
He's like, "No, Dad, that's your other son, the one that you love." Like, yeah, no, we had that conversation. Yeah, well, it's all right. We'll be back next week. We're auditioning all my children. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Holy smokes. Anyway,
ECF is coming to your house, Timmy.
What's? Oh yeah, 1,000%. Mr. Lindsay, could you step outside the domicile?
Sir, we saw you on the
yes.
YouTube.
Does everybody inside the house feel safe? Just blink twice if you feel safe. We heard you were on an infrequently listened to podcast telling young children at an athletic field to hit them in the breasticles. No, I said tits.
Here it says tits. Oh, okay.
I said tits. Yeah. When you say it that much, it starts losing meaning, right?
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And conveniently, which shirt are you wearing today?
Oh, welcome to the show. This is Bogey Brothers. This is a fan favorite.
This is called
Whale Tail. Yeah. By Bogey Brothers. And if you zoom in, yes, it looks like a bunch of shells, and it's not. We've discussed this.
Oh my God, it's hysterical.
I've seen it up close and personal.
Oh, well, hello.
What are you doing to the tits?
It's bums and thongs. Yeah.
So anyone see Pete Carroll announce he's leaving?
Like, can we go somewhere else? Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Bring it back, Scotty. Bring it back.
Yep.
That's
so he's going to like a consultancy position?
Yeah. He's going to be a team advisor.
Team advisor.
That's a technical term for what I forget. I didn't look into it if it was like a mutual thing, but they clearly reconsulted, I guess, his contract, and now he's going to be stepping away from the head role and into a advising role.
I lost a gentleman's bet though with somebody at work today. I said $20. He cries at the press conference, but he did not. He did not.
Oh,
he did. No, he did. He definitely did. I listened to it. He definitely did.
I didn't see that part. I listened to a bunch of it. I didn't catch I didn't catch every second of it, but I watched a bunch of it and I didn't see him cry. He did.
It was when he started talking about the coaches and their families and stuff. It was.
What do you win, Scotty?
It was a gentleman's bet. Nothing.
Gentleman's bet. Okay.
Hold it over.
Like so, cry. Like I don't know if there was like I was listening to on the radio. I don't know if there was tears, but he definitely had to
single tear people
catch himself like one of those things.
Oh yeah, okay.
He'd do that again for me.
He didn't go Dick Vermeil like
close your eyes.
No,
enjoy.
He didn't Vermeil the shit out of it.
100%. He definitely got emotional.
Vermeil the shit out of it.
Wow.
Welcome.
Well, exactly. And you know what's
they
so
said
sad?
it was. They both came. I forget the word. You guys just said it. That they both agreed to part way. Yeah, mutual. And that's what they. So the local stations are saying that's what the hang up is with Belichick, is that Belichick does not want to mutually agree to part ways, and he's making Kraft
fire him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, it's interesting though.
I think that's ridiculous.
Hear with Belichick's press conference that he had on Monday, he did put a lot of pressure on Kraft, where he was like, "I'll do whatever the football team needs," by saying, basically saying, "It doesn't have to be." He didn't come out and say, "I just want to be the head coach. I don't care about the GM. But he did come out and say, "I'll do whatever the team needs."
Mm-hmm. I'm put it all on Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
Put it all on Kraft.
And honestly, I think it is all on Kraft though. right? Well, is it not?
To an extent. Here's the thing. He's reminding him that when you get rid of me, I am your human shield. I take all of the blame. I take all of the press conferences. I take all of the fault. I will share in that fault if somebody else becomes the general manager. But as soon as you get rid of me, it has to be, to me, if Bobby's going to step away, he's got to put Jonathan in charge at the same time that he executes Bill behind the barn. Because I don't think he wants to live in a world where like he actually fires, which it looks like he's going to have to at this point. Because he wants Vrabel. That was the shoe he was waiting to drop, right? Now that that's sitting there, like I'm sure that's somebody he would love to bring in. I think. I don't know.
And the thing, it's funny. So Billy O'Brien was the head coach of Houston when Vrabel was the defensive coordinator for him. Now this would be reverse. Vrabel would be the head coach. O'Brien would be the head.
And Gerard Mayo could still stay in the position of DC.
Yeah, he could be the defensive coordinator. He can actually earn his title of defensive coordinator instead of, assistant defensive coach with shared with Belichick.
Yeah. I don't know. So when does this happen? When does this happen?
As soon as we shut off tonight.
The sooner we end the show. We've got 18 minutes. 18 minutes and Vrabel gets a new job.
I'm refreshing ESPN every 3 seconds to see.
SportsIllustrated.com is our source.
Oh, pardon me. Sorry.
FanDuel.com// we're not sure if it's true. We'll check again.
No, I apologize to Matt. I questioned him.
Our
and I looked it up.
MattyDevoe.com.
Yeah, I think we should. I think we should just start going to Matty. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's
so. Can we just have him call in the tip line? Or?
What's that super famous website that everybody always had stories almost called Deadspin, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Matty DeVoe is like human. I call him midnight. Like if he stands between you and the sun, it gets dark out. He's a big boy. So I'm gonna go on right now. I'm gonna go on GoDaddy and buy him Deadlift.com because that's what he's doing right now. Yeah. He's probably packing a couple of Zins. He's doing about a 950 deadlift, and he's reading SportsIllustrated.com at the same time. He's strong. He's a large child. Incredible.
It is interesting that Black Monday came and left, and nothing happened. But I was like, is it also one of those things where Bobby Kraft wants to dominate the media, right? In the headlines. Okay, we go to Wild Card Weekend, and all of a sudden, Wild Card Weekend in the middle of one of the games, he makes the decision. And then instead of talking about the Browns and the Texans on Saturday night during the game, they're talking about Belichick instead. I don't know. I mean, is that what's going to happen, or are they standing pat, or are they not going to do
anything? Even faster than that. Are we now 16 minutes away from Vrabel getting named the Atlanta Falcons head coach?
Oof.
Right?
I mean, me personally, first off, I forget where I stood on this last time, but now I would love to see Vrabel as the head coach. I think, as with everybody else.
This is our resident waffler. I don't know what my position was last week, but it definitely changed.
but
excuse me, Professor, I'd like to change my major.
With this news, but to me, Arthur Smith getting fired was no question, because he had an offense and then didn't use any of the starters, which was baffling to me.
The Saints ran up the score. He should have kept his job. Sorry.
Yeah. He should have got beaten by like 41 instead of 48. Yeah, whatever. But
it all matters.
That with stepping into that offense would be great, but I think with the draft position we have this year, I think Vrabel stepping into that job and helping whatever new GM possibly, or maybe he shares both roles like Belichick did, and drafting, getting people like you said, Kirk Cousins, maybe. I don't think.
Looks so good in the stripes, baby. Looks so good in the stripes. Grandpa Cousins.
Quarterback season 2 coming soon.
I love it. Get Flutie. Get Flutie a clipboard. Let him coach the QBs. Chatty. Get Dana Barros a job.
If we don't see Belichick,
Flutie could probably drop kick a field goal at this point, right?
Why not? Go ahead, Bob.
Let the kid talk.
I think personally, if we don't see Belichick get fired by this time next week, I think he keeps his job. I think that'd just be too long. I don't know.
That's if he gets through the weekend, because Vrabel's going to have a job by Monday. Yeah. There's no way Vrabel doesn't have a job by Monday.
He's the most.
No, I don't think they can't. Right. They can't hire. They can't start the hiring process till after wild card weekend.
Really?
Wait, sorry, Super Wild Card weekend, or it's the weekend after. It might be the divisional games. There's like a 2-week. I think it's 2 weeks that they can't do any hiring. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So that's why it's like at first they're like, oh, they got to get right on it, but they actually don't. They can wait till next week. But I just think the longer it goes, the messier it's gonna be.
Conversations right now is not considered tampering now, right? They can talk right now, right?
I don't know the rules. I'm sure someone will be pissed off. Well, you could talk to Vrabel because he's a free agent. He was fired, so he's not under contract with anyone.
Okay.
So you can anyone can talk to him now. You just can't hire him for 2 weeks. 2 weeks after the last game.
Is that? I don't know if that's so. I'm reading here that they did have a change.
Super Wild Card weekend. Oh god,
it's just the weirdest name, by the way.
There's games on Monday morning. There's right.
Making Taylor Swift fans pay for Peacock to watch a playoff game is a power move by Roger Goodell. Did you see that post? That is a powerful move.
Scotty, go ahead.
Yep, I did it.
I did it.
Oh no! I was just saying I did. I bought Peacock for the fucking football, and then I'm going to cancel it.
Not for Taylor Swift.
Well, you could have bought Peacock and then canceled it in time.
You can.
Oh yeah.
I have Peacock, period, and you can do it for free too. Peacock, you can.
Is that for the heavy time of the month? What do you have?
Peacock, period.
Is that a level?
What's wrong with you?
I have Peacock heavy flow, no commercials. What are we talking about? Peacock,
what are you talking about? Never heard
the
that
programming's
expression
really
before?
bitchy and crabby, and its stomach hurts. And it just wants ice cream and to be left alone. We're being canceled everywhere.
The one person who listens to the show is going to be offended by that comment.
They're pissed because we don't know.
Yeah,
they're pissed because we don't know.
It's only Cheryl, so you're talking about your mother.
That's what I'm saying. God. Yeah, be careful.
Well, she's been through the silent passage. It's okay.
she's got to be pissed that you said tits in front of Bubbits.
She knows. We say it at Christmas. Holy shit. Oh, my brain hurts. All right, well, we got 11 minutes until Belichick gets fired.
On this podcast.
Honest to God. Honest to shit. What was I going to say? Something. I was going to say something. I don't. I'm wondering, is there a possibility that he doesn't stay, that we do go Vrabel? I mean, here's my wish list. And I do this. Vrabel changes everything because I was in the rubbish shoes camp. Like, if they do let him go, you've got to burn the city to the ground, right? Burn King's Landing to the ground and start fresh. Vrabel comes in, that's different because we're not sticking with necessarily the Belichick coaching tree, but we're sticking with his vibe, right? And he has the ability to talk to the younger player and connect with them, but he still has that old school, why are you late? Like, he was one of the guards of the Patriot way. So, like, watch your film, don't be a douchebag, go home at night, don't go to the club, all that kind of stuff. I'm wondering, does he bring with him, because maybe they have a relationship, but I don't know what that looks like. Does King Henry come and play in New England? Yeah. I mean, one of the best number 22 shirts in America. I mean, if does King Henry come up and play? Do they decide to move in a different direction for offensive coordinator? And do we talk DeAndre Hopkins into coming to play? Like,
wow, this is hot take central right now.
I'm full. Listen, we've been
talking about on the table, and I think Vrabel comes in. You're possibly O'Brien stays at OC, possibly Mayo stays as DC, but I think they're going to be so. One of the things that article that I sent to you guys last week, a lot of it said that
TLDR.
Bill O'Brien was only allowed to hire one coach. All the rest of the staff was kept. And also it said that Belichick wanted to keep Patricia and Judd as the offensive coordinators. and not bring in O'Brien.
Oh God. So did we go a layer deeper just to open up the door for maybe clearing out the offensive side? And do we go like we were talking about? Is it we discussed this last week? Does Wes Welker grab a new job? Right?
That'd be nice.
And is he the new OC?
The Dolphins?
I don't know.
Yeah, he's Dolphins right now. He's like their wide receiver coach.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he'd listen to a conversation.
A lot of spaghetti being thrown at the wall right now.
Listen, it's all we got.
Yeah,
it's all we got.
until Bobby comes out and tells us what the hell's going on.
Dugan? Oh, sorry, Kraft. All right.
Yeah.
Get him on the phone.
We can only.
I'm calling him right now.
Dial for dollars, will you?
I'm calling him right now. Hang on. Hang on.
Like,
let's see what Dugan thinks.
Yeah.
Like, come out one way or the other. Tell us what's going on. Tell us Bill's still the coach or he's not the coach. Let us all move on.
All right. Well, I think,
and then we can speculate for real. Now we're just
automated voice messaging system.
Oh, come on! You don't pick up.
6 1 7 4 5.
Oh, I don't think we should give out his phone number.
He's probably laying in the sun somewhere.
Listen, honestly, I could have left that there. Nobody's calling.
Although,
remember that Chris Rock?
It's like
remember that Chris Rock
out there,
the
right?
Chris Rock thing, right? He goes, you know when everybody leaves and you're home all by yourself?
Yeah, it's lunchtime. That's what he's doing.
Yep. He's just home screaming into a dirty sock right now. It's all right.
Oh, my God.
He's fine. Oh, dude, I should have let that ride.
You really should have. We should have seen him.
Yep. For a good time, call Bobby Dugan.
Oh.
Yep.
We're starting a new social network, a new dating app.
Dirty for Dugan.
Oh, I like.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Please grab that website. If you're getting deadlift.com.
Deadlift's already done. Deadlift's already done.
Let's let
You have to get
Scotty gloat a little bit here with his championship, and I want to know his opinion on what he thinks Harbaugh's going to do.
Yes, perfect way to wrap things up.
I think he's going to go. Be honest with you. First, like, you know, it's funny. The first thing is like the fact that Michigan won in the last. You know, this is the last time this format is going to be. Mm-hmm. You know, there's people making it like that's a huge deal, and I think it is. I think it is a big deal because this is the last time that this format's going to happen. And they went 15-0. They went undefeated, and you know, it's though there have been teams in the past that have obviously gone and
they've never won the Fenway Bowl. But keep going, make your point.
But what's that?
They've never won the Fenway Bowl. But keep going, make your point.
No, they didn't. No, nor or the Pop-Tart Bowl. Or Cheez-It Bowl.
Oh, don't get me started. Don't get me started.
No,
go ahead. We're going to get sidetracked. We're going to get sidetracked.
Those are disappointments.
All the snack bowls. Snack bowl.
But it's the way they won.
There should be a playoff of snack bowls.
They beating Alabama and the granddaddy of them all, going to the national championship. And honestly, from a Michigan fan perspective, it makes a huge difference, all because of the massive disappointments over the last couple of seasons that they've had. Where, you know, they've beaten Ohio State finally, 3 years ago. They beat them the first time, and everyone was pumped. They go to the college football playoff, and they were just completely overmatched, got their ass kicked. Then last year, beat Ohio State again, go to the college. They felt like they actually had a chance, still got their ass kicked. So many turnovers at the beginning of the game, and then obviously beating Alabama this time after beating Ohio State, who, scored 3 points in their bowl game, but we won't talk about that. But honestly, to me, some folks have asked, like, is this one of the greatest echelon of like greatest college football teams of all time? I don't necessarily say that, only because their offense, which from a running game perspective, one of the top, like very, very good. I mean, they ran for more yards than anybody else in a CFP championship game. But defensively, yeah, you got to talk about this team, and you look at what they did defensively throughout the entire season, especially in the playoffs. Super pumped, super happy for them. Someone that works for me, works with me over at lives in Michigan, not far outside of Ann Arbor, and she's like, they're just destroying that place. They're pulling stop signs up. There's just fires everywhere, so they're going absolutely nuts. To answer Billy's question, though, I don't think he stays. I think there's so much around, like with like all the. I mean, he got suspended twice in one season, and the fact they won 15 games and without having their head coach for 6 of those is kind of ridiculous in a story in itself. But I think he goes just because there's just too much swirling around. So I wouldn't be surprised if he took one of the many jobs. I could see him going to Washington almost and taking the Rivera job, only because I feel like he wants to go to a team that he can kind of build up on his own, and Washington needs a rebuild. I mean, they really do
in every possible way.
But they have a new ownership, and they have all that. They have what if there's any good solution for Harbaugh with the new ownership, everything, they have the money. They have it there. Like that to me is the fit for him.
And he's right across the street from his brother.
And this is so. Exactly. Yep, amen. The parents will be thrilled. Which his dad looks just like him. And
did you see his dad on the podium?
His brother walking up to him on the sideline was amazing. Dad's awesome. 9 feet
deep.
It
was, and it was also one of those things. I didn't text it because I was kind of losing my shit after they showed him hugging. Like everything was going great, and then fucking John comes over or Jim, whatever, fucking he comes over, he hugs him, and everything starts going bad. Everything, they couldn't run the football anymore. They were freaking averaging 17 yards a fucking carry in the first quarter, then went down to 4.4, 4.2 in the third. I was losing my mind. I'm like, it's because
Edwards had one run for 70 yards and another run for like 60. It's hard to keep that average up.
Hey, I'm just saying he touched him and it went to shit. Goddamn Ravens. That's all I'm saying.
If
Ravens,
honest to God, if I'm Harbaugh,
by the way,
whoever goes to Washington. Whoever it is, if my phone rings and I'm getting an offer, like one of the biggest bullet points, one of the non-starters is you have to rebrand this team.
Yes.
I'm not going to go coach the Commanders. It is such a dumpster fire. Like make them the Washington Red Tails, which is what they should have been. Make them the Commanders is so terrible. Just everything about it. Keep the color scheme, of course, in homage, or go back to the Redskins because nobody's really that offended. I mean, can we have a longer meeting about
there's
that?
Like there's Indians that have signed a petition that want to have it renamed the Redskins again.
Yeah, but anyway. But the Chiefs are still doing this. Florida State's still doing this. That's fine.
Indigenous peoples, rubber shoes. Indigenous peoples.
No, I don't go that way.
That's
Native American is all you're getting from me.
I'm going that way to Mohegan Sun and next weekend.
Oh, heavens to Betsy! They get whoever takes that job. Really that would be one of my first things. Happy to come be your head coach. We have to rebrand this dumpster fire.
Yeah,
terrible move. Terrible move.
Tear down that stadium and build a new one.
Adam's going to leave in 30 seconds
in the NFL.
We have a hard out at 6. Congratulations, Uncle Deuce. Good to see you upright.
Yes.
We'll be back at it next week. For Adam, for Rubber Shoes, for Bubbits, live from the Funko Pop capital of his offices. We've got 2, not enough. And for national champion Uncle Dukes, we will put the rest of Bobby Dugan's phone number in the chat. Have a great week, and we'll see you online at atbshow.com. Take care.